Today we're going to be taking a look at the Tewell Gaming Mechanical Keyboard. This keyboard features quick response, linear quiet black keys. It has customizable RGB backlit keys. It also has 104 anti-ghosting keys. It has 3 customizable LED lighting effects. It has 19 pre-configured RGB illumination effects. It has a dedicated one-touch media control knob for quick access to play, pause, skip, and to control the volume on your computer. With that being said, let's go ahead and run that intro video and jump right into the unboxing. Hey there, my name is Adrian with ProjectRamos.com and dealsbypr.com. On this channel I do tech reviews, so if you're new here, consider subscribing. Here's the keyboard. The USB cord has a real nice nylon braid attached to it. And it also comes with this wrist rest so that it gives you a little bit of an ergonomical feel to the keyboard when you're using this. And the wrist rest does snap into place using magnets, so there isn't any attachments at the bottom. It just simply snaps right into place. So we're going to go ahead and get this plugged in, and so we can play around with the different colors that it illuminates. For this part of the demonstration, we're going to turn down the studio lights. That way you can see the colors on the keyboard more easily. So what we have here is that the knob here on the upper corner here is what controls the keyboard. So what we're going to be able to do is cycle through the 19 different pre-configured lighting effects that this keyboard has. So right now it's running one of the lighting effects. So if we just push this button once, so this one, as you hit keys, it fires off an illumination through the whole row, which is really nice. So it just has some really cool built-in effects. So let's go to the next one here. So this one will illuminate every key that you press and then kind of dim out. So as you're pressing keys, they will illuminate and then just kind of fade out there. So it has some really cool effects built in here. And you can tell that each illumination effect that you pick has a different effect as you press keys on it. So like for instance, this one's just completely on, but as you press a key, it just kind of does this little wave effect. So as you cycle through, you know, you can see different things happening. Okay, this one doesn't do anything as you press keys, and neither does this one. So it looks like each one kind of will do its own thing, and you just gotta go through each one and find the one that you like the most, and then you know, stick to that one or customize your own setup. And now with the same rotary knob here, what we're going to be able to do is change the intensity of the light. So right now it's at maximum output. So I'm going to begin to turn this knob, and you'll begin to see that it's going to start dimming down until it shuts completely off. So right now it's off, and as we turn it the opposite way, it begins to illuminate brighter and brighter until we get to maximum brightness. And we are now at maximum brightness. If you can tell, there's 3 LED indicator lights here, and all 3 started flashing to show that we are at maximum brightness. Now the next thing you can do is customize the effects. You get 3 customizations. So to demonstrate that, I'm gonna bring up the lighting here real quick. And what we have here are 3 buttons. It's M1, M2, M3. And these 3 buttons are also the play, pause, and these 2 are to advance and to skip to the next track. So you can control your music from here as well. And this is also a volume knob. We'll demonstrate that in a second. Let's go ahead and go into the custom mode 1, so M1. So you just press it once, and then you press it a second time, hold it down, and now we are in customization mode. Now what you're gonna be able to do is choose which keys you want illuminated. So let's say we just want the number keys illuminated and the function keys. So let's just go hit every function key. Okay, all of these are now illuminated, and we're gonna hit all the number keys. And once you've done that, all you gotta do is hit the M1 button again to confirm. And now this setting is now dialed in. Now let's go into setting 2. So we're gonna hit this button once, and then hit it again and hold it down. And now let's say we want all of these keys illuminated here. And maybe this row as well. Okay, now that we've got all those illuminated, we press the M2 button, and those are now locked in. So if I were to press the M1, our 2 rows of keys are lit up here the way we set it up. If we hit M2, these rows of keys are now lit up. In order to control your music, there's one thing you need to do, and where I have this connected is to my MacBook Pro. So this is compatible with Macs as well as PCs. So what you got to do to be able to use these controls to control the music on your computer is you hold down the rotary knob until it shuts off. So you just seen it shut off right now. So now that it's off, this is now going to control our volume with the rotary knob here and our music here. So the middle button is the play pause button, and I'm gonna quickly just hit play, change the volume real quick to demonstrate how this rotary knob does control the volume. And I'm gonna do it rather quickly because I don't want YouTube to flag the music as copyright music. So I'm just gonna do this very quickly here. So I'm gonna hit play, and there it is there. So music off, the volume all the way down, volume all the way up, pause again, and there we go there. Everything's working as expected. Now to advance to the next track or go back to the previous track, you use these 2 buttons, and I'm gonna do that quickly to demonstrate that they work. So we're just gonna hit play, go to the next one. Actually, that's the previous one. Move forward, and pause. And there you go there. So this knob controls volume, this is play pause, and these 2 either advance or skip the tracks on your computer. So now to go back into the lighting effect, you hold down the rotary knob, you push down on it until it lights up there, and now the rotary knob is now going to control the 19 pre-configured effects on the keyboard simply by pushing the button, or you can change the intensity of the illumination by turning the knob. So all I got to do is just push down, and that goes into the next effect. Push down again, next effect, and then the ones that we had customized, you just go right in here, choose the ones that you want. Let's say we want to change this around again. So we're in this mode right now, M1, and then we're going to hold it down. And now we can customize M1 all over again. So let's say we just want, just some random keys illuminated there, okay? So now that we got that done, hit M1 again. That's now dialed in. And now we can switch between these 2. So you get 3. So let's go into the third one. So I'm just gonna customize the third one. Let's light these up. Let's light up all the number pad here. And now that we got that done, we'll hit M3 again. Now this is locked in. So now we can switch between M1, M2, M3. So 3 memory locations, everything's working as expected. And then to go back to the pre-configured sequences, all you gotta do is just hit this button here, and there we go there. Real quick here, this setup does come with this little piece here, and what this is for, so that you can put this over the keys and pop them off of the keyboard if you get something stuck under the keys or for whatever reason you need to pop these keys out. You can use this little tool here that the keyboard comes with to be able to pop these off very easily. Now that we've had a chance to test the functionality of this keyboard, let's go over our final thoughts of this device. First, let's talk about the build quality of this keyboard. It is made out of plastic. It's plastic up on top, and the bottom, the keys are also like a metallized plastic. However, it is built really well. There is some weight to the keyboard, so when you do set this on your desktop, it's not going to slide around very easily because it's light. It does have some weight to it, so that's gonna help. In addition to that, it does have the little rubber pieces at the bottom to prevent this keyboard from sliding around on your desktop. And the top side of the keyboard features this like silver finish on the top side here. So when the keys are illuminated, it's going to be able to reflect a little bit off of that metallic, almost silver surface, so that it gives you a little more of an intense light coming off of the keyboard. And just overall, the small details such as the nylon braid on the USB cable is a real nice touch. So overall, I do like the build on this keyboard. Next, let's talk about the quick release buttons on this keyboard. These keys respond very quickly to touch. They don't give you much resistance. There is enough resistance to know that you're pushing down on the key, but it's not going to be so resistant to where you're going to have to push extra hard to be able to get that key to respond. It's going to respond very quickly. And what I like about these keys is that as soon as you push down and let go, those keys pop right back out immediately. So they're very quick, they're very fast keys. So if you are going to be using this keyboard for gaming, that's something that's important for gaming, because you want these keys to come, you know, to pop back up immediately during game use. So these keys do provide that. And if you're going to be using this keyboard as just your daily driver to, you know, type on your computer, it's great for that too, because these keys, as I mentioned, they're very fluid. So they're good for typing, and especially for gaming, it's going to come in very handy. Next, let's talk about the illumination effects that are built into this keyboard. One of the things that I absolutely love about this keyboard is that there's no software needed to be able to have the illumination effects function or to be able to cycle through them. Everything's built into the keyboard, and it's all controlled with one knob. So you can cycle through all the different illumination effects that are built in. And as we demonstrated earlier, you can use the 3 buttons here to be able to customize your own. So you can customize up to 3 illumination effects yourself. And what I really like about some of these illumination effects that are built in is that they respond to you pressing the keys. So right now, all the keys are lit up, as you can see here, and as soon as I hit a button, you can see that the keyboard illumination effect responds. And there's a few of them built in that respond to to every time, you know, you press down on the keys. And if you don't prefer that, there are other illumination effects that won't do that. So overall, the effects that are built in, I really like them. If you're going to be using it for gaming, it's going to look really cool to have this in your gaming setup. If you're going to just use this keyboard as your daily driver, it's going to be really cool for that too, because, you know, having this lit up keyboard sitting on your desk is just an aesthetic that just looks cool and it stands out. And if you're going to be typing, or if you want to type in the dark, you can absolutely do that, being that the keys, the lighting does go through the key a little bit here, so you can see all the different letters and the numbers. So if it's completely dark, you're going to be able to tell where your keys are on the keyboard. So overall, whether you're going to be using it for gaming or as a daily driver, you know, for your regular computer, I think this keyboard with its illumination effects is a really cool piece to have as part of your computer setup. Next, let's talk about the media control knob. I really like this knob on the keyboard because it gives you a lot of functionality. Aside from it controlling the illumination effects, it's also a media control knob. So it's going to be able to control your volume on your computer. It's going to be able to control the music playback on your computer, so you can play, pause, you can skip around tracks. And especially if you're going to be using it for gaming and you have a gaming headset on and you need to crank up the volume or lower the volume, one or the other, or even mute it altogether, you can use this rotary knob for that. And I also like the fact that it has these LED indicator lights to let you know the status of the illumination effect. So you know, right now I'm at full brightness, and as you lower down the brightness, the LED indicator lights will let you know once you're at complete off illumination or at complete brightness illumination. I also like that this keyboard comes with a wrist rest. So if this is something that you feel it makes it more comfortable to use this keyboard, it will magnetically attach to the keyboard. And that part of it I really like. There's no pieces that are going to hinge onto the keyboard. So if there's no hinges attaching to the keyboard, that means that there's no points where this can break off. It's magnetic, so it just simply snaps right into place. So once you have this on your keyboard, it'll snap into place. And unless if you put some force on it to pull it apart, it should stay right in place with no issues there. And now for the $1 million question. Is the Tewell Mechanical Gaming Keyboard worth your hard-earned money? At $39.09 on Amazon, I think it's well worth the money. It's more than just a gaming keyboard. This is a keyboard that just looks cool on any desk, being that it has those illumination effects. Especially if you're the type of person that leaves your computer running when you're not using it. Having this keyboard lit up and just running through the different illumination effects is just something really cool to have on your desk. And as a gamer, typically gamers like a lot of illumination effects, backlit monitors, mice that are lit as well, and keyboards such as this is something that is a very cool add-on to your gaming rig at home. This is going to complete my review of the Tewell Mechanical Gaming Keyboard. If you found some value in this video, I would appreciate it if you were to hit that thumbs up button. If you're not subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, that way you get notified the next time we upload a new video. And on that note, I will see you on the next review.